What's up, y'all? Happy, what is it, Wednesday? Wednesday. I'm coming live because I wanted to talk to you guys about not really my week, but my day more so. It is so important to like show up to stuff. Like, you just never freaking know. You really just never know. I'll get into the Serena story like later because I kind of mentioned it on my Instagram a little while ago. But today, the way I was able to meet Candace Parker today, it was not like on my plan or list of things or like, oh, I knew about this event a long time ago or anything. Last summer, I went to Silver Room because Alex, our CMO, but also my best friend, was like, we need to be in the community. We need to be visible. We need to be at these kinds of events. So, I was like, I don't know. How are we gonna make our money back? Blah, blah, blah. It was like a whole thing. But we did it anyway. And the people who were next to us, our booth, were sponsors. And one of them happened to be Breed Love, which is an organization that William Blair supports. William Blair is an agency of financial advisors. And also, so that was on one side of us. And then the Bud Billiken Parade family. And then also the Obama Foundation with like Mike Sharp-Manis and all of them. And Cam. And I just remember just casually talking to the people from Breed Love, from the community organization who's just there to support Black people and help women who have businesses between $200,000 and $1 million in revenue. And I met a lady. Her name was Toya. And she was just like, would love to stay connected, I was like, cool, whatever. It's so nice to meet you. Like, you're amazing. And like, that was it. Like, we just had not spoke since then. This was like last July, I want to say. She hit me up maybe a couple weeks ago on LinkedIn, literally a cold email. I was like, hey, Kim, we're having this really awesome luncheon. Candace Parker's going to be like our keynote, but you never really get to meet the keynote. So I didn't think that was going to be an important factor. I was just like, okay, this is dope. Candace is dope. Like, I'm going to go to the thing because it's William Blair and, they manage a wealth of like really, really high net worth individuals. Like, one of the ladies I met manages like hundreds of millions of dollars of like really wealthy folks. And I was like, I'm gonna just show up and see what happens. I get there. It's a beautiful event. Of course, I don't have to pay any ticket. There's no tickets for this, right? It's like invite only or whatever. And it's mostly the William Blair employees. And it's for International Women's Day. And then Candace Parker comes up. She gets there. And I'm not only that, I'm meeting like all the people who work at William Blair. So I'm meeting all the financial advisors. Some of them, the lady who manages hundreds of millions, she told me her wife uses CurlMix. I was like, what? And her wife is not Black. So I was like, oh, this is dope. I'm like, look at CurlMix reaching, with the reach. And she basically was like, my wife loves your products. I want to stay connected. Like, he take my email down, email me. And then I ran into some familiar faces, other founders, but also ran into, hello, y'all. Hey. What's up, Joy? Hey, Kelly. Hey, Omiye. Nice to meet you guys. So, I know some of y'all, but for the new folks, nice to meet you. For the folks I know, hey. And then I found out we get to take pictures with Candace Parker. I'm like, oh, bet. Okay, cool. So I see Shantae there, who does like a lot of like pop-ups for different beauty brands. And I run back with Shantae to make sure I get my picture. And then I'm like one of the first people to meet Candace. And I'm just kind of like, thank you for sharing your story. It really resonated with me. And here's why. And then she's like, oh my gosh, I love your hair. Like, what are you using? And I was like, glad you asked. I was like, CurlMix is my company. And she's like, oh my gosh, talk to my agent right now. Go give them your information and follow up. I want to work with you guys. And my daughter would probably love to use your products. And so I'm like, say less. I'm going to walk my butt over there. She pointed her agent out. I go talk to him. And then he just responded. So I'm going to send her some products. But all of this happened off of like a lady I met at an expo almost a year ago. And like, that's wild to me, right? Like, the fact that this was not like, oh, you had to know somebody. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta like know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, or you gotta like infiltrate like the high net worth circles and stuff. And this really was just like me being nice and friendly to someone at an expo. And I always tell people that like, people like him, like, how do you do it? Like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, people are my superpower. Like, I make friends. And that is why we've gotten as far as we've gotten, is because I make friends and I make like real friendships with people. And the way that I got to meet Serena and Dwayne Wade and stuff like that, the same way, making friends and just showing up. I'll tell that story another day, but I wanted to just tell y'all how I met Candace today. It was dope. Absolutely dope. Okay, that's it. Have a good